Most people try to stop nighttime urination in the same few ways. They drink less water, they try bladder exercises, they take herbal supplements, they avoid coffee at night. And sometimes, those things help a little. But here is what almost nobody tells you. If you do not know whether you are peeing too much or just peeing too often, you may be trying to fix the wrong problem, because those are not the same thing. They are two different patterns with two very different solutions. And there is also a third pattern that may have almost nothing to do with your bladder at all. Today, I'm going to show you all three patterns, and for each one, I'll give you the specific exercise or habit that matches it, something you can start trying tonight. Not generic advice, not vague tips, specific actions you can do at home in your own bedroom before sleep. Let me show you what these three patterns look like in real life, because one of them is you. Type A, lots of urine at night. You wake up and your bladder feels genuinely full, not just a nudge. You go and it is a normal or large amount. Maybe your socks left deep marks on your ankles when you took them off. Maybe your legs felt heavy in the evening. You might only wake once or twice, but when you wake, there is real volume. This is a fluid timing problem. Type B, small amounts, often. You wake 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a night, but when you go, it is barely anything. A trickle. A dribble. You feel the urge, but the bladder is not really full. During the day, you might feel pressure in your pelvis or feel like you never completely empty. This is not a full bladder. It is an irritated or tight one. Type C. You wake first. The bathroom is just the excuse. Your eyes open. You lie there. 30 seconds later, you think, well, while I am up, the bladder is not urgent. You are looking for a reason to get out of bed. Maybe something hurts. Maybe your mind is racing. Maybe your body has just learned this routine and repeats it every night at the same time. This pattern has almost nothing to do with your bladder. Write down right now which one sounds closest, A, B, or C. In 3 minutes, you will know for sure, and then we fix it. Here is how to find out which type you are. Tonight, before bed, take a sheet of paper and draw 3 columns. Label them big, medium, and small. Put the paper on your nightstand with a pen. Every time you wake up and go to the bathroom, come back and put a single check mark in the column that matches the amount. Big if your bladder felt really full. Medium if it was a normal trip. Small if barely anything came out. If you can glance at a clock on the wall, write the time next to the mark. That can show you if you are waking up at the same hour every night. It is a helpful extra, but not required. In the morning, add 2 lines at the bottom of the page. Did your ankles have sock marks when you took your socks off the night before? And how did you sleep? Dry mouth, tiredness after enough hours, or heavy snoring if someone sleeps next to you? Do this for 3 nights. On the morning of the 4th day, look at the page. If most of your check marks are in the big column and you kept seeing sock marks in the evenings, you are type A. Your body is producing too much urine at night. If most of your check marks are in the small column and there are more than 2 on most nights, you are type B. Your bladder is sending the full signal before it actually is full. And if your check marks are scattered across all 3 columns, but you kept noticing you were awake before any urge, you are type C. Something else is waking you up. The bladder is just the excuse. Now, let's fix each one. If you are type A, here is what is actually going on in your body. All day, while you are sitting, standing, walking, gravity is pulling fluid down into your lower legs. Your veins are supposed to pump it back up to your heart, but after 60, those return valves get lazy. So the fluid pools, slowly, quietly. By evening, your ankles are thicker than they were in the morning. That is what the sock marks are, physical evidence of trapped fluid. Now you lie down. Gravity stops working against you, and all that trapped fluid rushes back into your bloodstream within about 30 to 90 minutes. Your kidneys notice the sudden surge. Their job is to keep fluid balance stable, so they filter fast and they fill your bladder overnight. That is why type A wakes with a full bladder. The fluid is arriving late to the party. Now, before I show you the fix, one important ground rule. Do not cut your water aggressively. Dehydration after 60 is dangerous. It causes confusion, dizziness, kidney stress, and constipation. We are not trying to drink less. We are changing when you drink. Here is the real rule. Drink plenty of water in the morning and through the afternoon. Hit your full daily amount by around 5 or 6 p.m. Then stop drinking anything at least 2 hours before bed. That is it. You stay fully hydrated all day, and your kidneys finish filtering while you are still awake, not at 2 a.m. Good. Now the exercise. Try the leg elevation drain for 10 minutes, about an hour before bedtime. Lie on your back, on a yoga mat or a blanket on the floor. Scoot your hips toward a wall. Rest your legs straight up the wall. If the wall is too intense, stack 3 firm pillows on the end of your sofa and lie with your calves on top. Your feet must be higher than your heart. That is the only rule. Breathe slowly through your nose. Start with just 10 minutes. Give your body a few days to adjust. Then, if it feels comfortable, you can increase it to 20 minutes. For most people, that is enough. While you are there, your legs drain back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys filter the surplus. You go to the bathroom once before bed, and you empty a much bigger volume than usual. That volume would otherwise have woken you at 2 a.m. Do this for 1 week. By night 4, most type A viewers see their first wake-up shift from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., or disappear entirely. One medical flag. If your ankles are deeply swollen every single day, if you wake gasping or with a bone-dry mouth, if your partner says you snore heavily and stop breathing, that could be sleep apnea or a heart issue. Those cause type A too. See your doctor. But start the leg elevation tonight either way. It is safe, free, and often works within days. Now type B is different, and this is where almost every YouTube video gets it wrong. The usual advice is, do Kegels, squeeze again and again, strengthen the pelvic floor. And yes, for some people, that can help. But for many type B sufferers, especially after 60, the problem is not a weak pelvic floor. The problem is that it may already be too tight. Think of your pelvic floor like a hand. A healthy hand can make a tight fist and open wide, both. If your hand was stuck half-clenched all day long, you could not grip hard and you could not release. That is what is happening in your pelvis. Chronic tension from stress, from sitting all day, from years of overdoing Kegels. The muscles never fully let go. And a bladder that sits under a tight floor can never fully empty. 50 milliliters in there feels like 200. You feel urgency all the time. You wake at night because your nervous system is misreading the signal. So Kegels make it worse. What you actually need is the opposite of squeezing. You need to learn how to release the pelvic floor, and this is called the reverse Kegel. One of the easiest positions to learn it is the reclined butterfly. Lie on your back, either on the floor or on your bed. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, and let your knees gently fall open to the sides. If your hips feel strained, place a pillow under each knee so your body feels fully supported. You should feel no strong stretch here. The goal is comfort, softness, and release. Now close your eyes and begin to breathe slowly through your nose. Breathe in for 4 counts, then gently hold for 2. As you breathe out, imagine your pelvic floor slowly sinking down toward the mattress. Think of a hammock relaxing under you, or a clenched fist slowly softening and opening. This is not squeezing. This is the opposite of a Kegel. If you notice yourself tensing, do less. Go softer. The goal is not to work harder. The goal is to let go. Try this for 5 minutes every night before sleep for 2 weeks. What happens? The pelvic floor learns to release. The bladder can expand to its true capacity. Your nervous system stops panicking at 50 milliliters. You wake less often, and when you do, you actually have something real to release. Medical flag for type B. If you feel burning when you pee, or you see blood, or you have pain low in the abdomen, do not treat this as simple pelvic tension. Those signs could point to a possible infection or another medical issue, so it is worth speaking with your doctor promptly. And if you are a man over 60 with frequent small amounts, it is also important to get your prostate checked, because prostate changes can create a type B pattern too. Now, type C. If you wake up and then notice the bladder, if it is almost a routine, your bladder is not your problem. It is the scapegoat. Something else is waking you. Pain, stress, a noise, your body temperature. And once you are awake, your brain does the math. Well, I am up anyway, better go. After a few weeks, your bladder learns the pattern. Now it wakes you even when you are not full. That is a habit loop. The good news, habit loops break in 2 to 3 weeks. Here are 3 practical hacks. Use all three together. Hack 1. Kitchen close 2 hours before bed. No food, no drinks, not even tea. Digestion raises your body temperature and releases cortisol, a wake-up hormone. If you eat late, that cortisol spike hits around midnight to 2 a.m. That is exactly when most type C wake-ups happen. So if you sleep at 10, stop eating and drinking by 8. Your body temperature drops on schedule. Sleep gets deeper. Wake-ups decrease. Hack 2. No coffee afternoon. No exceptions. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 to 8 hours, longer after 60. Your 2 p.m. cup is still 50% active in your body at 10 p.m. And caffeine does not just stimulate you. It blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds sleep pressure. So you fall asleep, but not deeply. Every small sound, every tiny bladder nudge wakes you right up. Cut off at noon. Tea too, if it is black or green. Decaf after lunch only. Give it 2 weeks. And hack 3. This is the one most Type C viewers have never heard. The 5-minute rule. When you wake at night, before you get up, pause. Stay in bed. Ask yourself, am I actually bursting or am I just awake? If you are not truly urgent, wait 5 minutes. Lie still. Breathe slowly. Do not check the time. Do not touch your phone. Do not turn on the light. Here is what happens. 9 times out of 10, you fall back asleep. Because you were never full. Your bladder was following your brain, not the other way around. Do this every night for 2 weeks. The habit loop breaks. Your body relearns that waking up does not automatically mean getting up. Before we go further, let's do a quick recap, because this is where everything becomes simple. If you are type A, you are passing a lot of urine at night, and you may notice deep sock marks around your ankles. Your fix is the leg elevation drain, 10 minutes, about 1 hour before bed. And to support it, stop drinking fluids about 2 hours before sleep. If you are type B, you are waking up with urgency, but only passing small amounts. Your fix is 5 minutes of reclined butterfly with a reverse Kegel every night, so the pelvic floor can learn to release instead of tighten. And if you are type C, you wake up first, and the bathroom comes second. Your fix is to calm the sleep triggers. Close the kitchen 2 hours before bed, avoid coffee after noon, and use the 5-minute rule when you wake up. So the whole point is simple. Do not guess. Track your pattern, match your type, and choose the fix that actually fits. There are also a few times when you should not treat this as a simple home routine. If you have sock marks during the day, but you also wake up tired in the morning and you snore, that could point to possible sleep apnea. If you feel burning when you pee, that could be an infection. And if you are a man over 60 and you keep passing small amounts again and again, it is worth getting your prostate checked. These signs need a medical visit, not just a bedtime routine. But for everyone else, start tonight. Track your pattern for 3 nights, match it to type A, type B, or type C, and then try the right fix for 2 weeks. And I would bet many of you will notice a real change by night 7. If this video was useful, hit like and subscribe for more practical routines you can actually use at home. Then tell me in the comments, are you type A, type B, or type C? I read every one. And for those of you who recognized yourselves as type A and stayed until the end, I left something for you in the description. As a small thank you, I added a free printable guide made specifically for the type A pattern. It is simple, practical, and easy to keep by your bed, so you do not forget the main evening rules: when to elevate your legs, when to stop drinking fluids, and how to make the routine easier to follow. I hope it helps you. And again, it is completely free. Sleep well tonight. You've got this.